Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure that the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. For today's video, I have a super exciting one because we are going to be doing part 2 of my Friends and Revolution series for review. So in yesterday's video, I reviewed the 2 like turkey shaped palettes and also the lip care set. In today's video, I am going to be reviewing the one with all the Thanksgiving's eyeshadow palette trio. There are 3 little eyeshadow palettes in this set and we're going to be reviewing all of them today. I forgot to mention in yesterday's video, but there was actually a little bit more to this collection. It wasn't just all of the stuff I showed. There was also a mirror and also a reusable coffee mug with a body scrub in it. So there were a couple more items to the collection, but I did just pick up the like makeup and beauty items. So if you'd like to see a review on this little eyeshadow palette trio, then please keep watching. So this is the one with all the Thanksgiving set. I absolutely adore the packaging with all the little pictures all over it. It's so beautiful, and I'm definitely going to keep these in this little box. So as I said, you get 3 eyeshadow palettes inside. The first palette is called Happy Turkey Day, and this is the colour story for the palette. So as you can see, there are only 3 mattes in this palette, and these 2, if I'm honest, look exactly the same. The rest are shimmers, annoyingly. But luckily we're going to be using all 3 palettes for the tutorial today, otherwise I honestly think I would really struggle with this palette by itself. The next palette looks like this. Absolutely love it. Similar packaging to the actual box. This says I like it, what's not to like, custard good, jam good, meat good. And this one has quite a few mattes in it, as you can see. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes, and the rest are shimmers. So love the matte to shimmer ratio in this palette. I also love that they have little mirrors in here, and yeah, this is definitely a little bit more up my street than that palette. And then we have the last palette in the trio, which is called Here Come the Meat Sweats. This is what this palette looks like. It's definitely not the most exciting out of the 3. I think I definitely prefer the second one that I showed you. In here you get 3 mattes and the rest shimmers. Again, the 2 of them are super light, and then you just get this random like grey shade down here. So I'm not a massive fan of the colour story. However, we have a beautiful like inner corner and brow bone highlights in here. So yeah, that is what all 3 of the eyeshadow palettes look like. Let's get into the swatches. Okay, so these are the swatches for the Happy Turkey Day palette. So many shimmers in here. They are very beautiful and swatch beautifully. Like, these are actually quite pigmented, but there definitely needs more mattes in here because those 2 are not going to work for everyone. And it's just not fun when there's not a lot of mattes in here, because then I feel like I can't use this palette by itself. This is the palette that I like the look of the most. Very beautiful, a lot more mattes in here, and I love the shimmers in here as well. I think this has a very pretty colour story. And there is a little bit of depth in here as well with like the darker grey. That is definitely, it's like a greeny grey. It's very unique. I actually really like that shade. I'll see if I can add that in today's look. But yeah, definitely love this palette. It swatches really nicely as well. And this is the Here Come the Meat Sweats palette. If I'm honest, I actually just don't understand this colour story. Like, what is this? I just feel like nothing works together. I'm very confused when I look at this. Like, I just don't know. I don't know what sort of look I would even create with this palette. It's just like a random purple, a load of neutrals, 2 really pale shades, and then just a random light grey. Like, this is not really going to work well on a lot of people. The shimmers in here though, like the formula of them is very beautiful, I must say. But yeah, I just don't understand the colour story of this one. So I'm going to start off with this palette, and I'm going to grab the shade called Jam, which is this one here. And I'm going to put that in my crease area. Okay, so it's not quite as dark as what it is in the pan, and it is definitely a pink based red, which is why I'm now going to go into the Happy Turkey Day palette and take the pink in here, which is called Amy, and I'm going to use that to start buffing out these edges. I'm going to use a tiny bit of Bake from the first palette we used, and I'm just going to use that to very, very slightly buff out the top edges. I'm going to take a tiny bit of Float from the Happy Turkey Day palette, and then again just buffing that at the very top. To be honest, I'm just trying to use another shade from this palette. Okay, and then because these two palettes have like no depth in them at all, I'm going to go again back in with this palette, and I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Meat, and I'm going to add that to my like inner and outer corners. Definitely not how I thought this look was going to go today. It's a lot more pinkier than I thought, but hey ho. Okay, let's go in with the Here Come the Meat Sweats, and I think I'm gonna do something fun and take the shade Wedding, which is actually the light purple shimmer. Then I'm going to take the Here Come the Meat Sweats again, and I'm going to take this grey shade here, which is called Richard's Sun. I'm probably not going to take too much of this, I just don't think it's going to go. Yeah, it definitely doesn't go, so I'm going to take Float again from the Happy Turkey Day palette, and I'm going to mix in a bit of Amy, so we've got a bit of a light wash of pink. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm going to take the shade Bake on top of them both. Like, how many shades do I want to use today? Then back in with the Meat Sweats, and I'm going to take this icy shade here, which is called Mr. Cotter. Okay, so this is my look with all three of the palettes. I'm going to hop off camera, I'm just going to put some mascara on and some lips, then I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Okay, I'm back, and this is my completed look. So for my mascara, I used my absolute holy grail, the Essence Lash Princess mascara. This is like £3.50, and honestly, unreal. And my lipstick is actually the gingerbread lipstick, I think this is, from the I Heart Revolution Tasty Hamper gift set. I just thought the colour goes really well with the eye look I've created today, and obviously the gift set's still available, so yeah, I really hope you like my look. Definitely let me know down below what you think. So this is my look now with my mascara on, and do you know what, I was not expecting to do a pinky look today, but it happened. It is what it is. The palettes themselves, I think, are super cute. Definitely some improvements, I think. This is my least favourite palette out of all three. It had very pretty shimmers in it, but the colour story for me, it just doesn't make sense. Like, this is not a me colour story. It's far too light, and then it just has so many shimmers in it. So this is definitely my least favourite. My favourite is the one with all the pretty pictures on it of like the pumpkin pie and turkey and stuff. I love this because of the amount of mattes in here, and also there is depth to this palette, like with this dark grey. You've got a beautiful red shade in here, the shimmers are lovely. So this is definitely my favourite one out of all three. And then the Happy Turkey Day one is nice, I just think it needs more mattes in here, and 2 out of 3 mattes are these super light shades. So that one definitely needed more mattes for me. Overall, I do kind of think this is more of like a collector's item, because obviously it's Friends and Thanksgiving. If you are a fan of that, you're definitely going to pick this up. As just like a regular eyeshadow palette trio perspective, it's not the most exciting eyeshadow palette trio, to be honest with you. It is also £20, so it's not the cheapest sort of product, but you do get 3 eyeshadow palettes inside. I think you save £4 by by getting one of these. I believe the little ones are like £8 each normally, so I think you're saving around £4 buying this eyeshadow palette trio. Obviously the downside to that is that you actually can't buy these separately, you have to buy these as a set, so you have to kind of like all 3 palettes to buy this. Aside from like the colour stories and my opinion on the trio itself, the quality of it is good. It doesn't have bad quality to them. I really like these little Friends eyeshadow palettes, like all the character palettes I really liked. The matte shades were nicely pigmented and the shimmers were beautiful. So I think they do have really good quality to them. I'm just not a huge fan of a couple of the colour stories in this trio. So, you know, not the most exciting Friends product for me. I definitely prefer the turkey palettes in this collection. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think of this entire Friends Series 4 collection. I'm very intrigued. I don't feel like this collection is going to be particularly popular for us in the UK. I was speaking to Luce about this. Obviously Thanksgiving is not something we do in the UK, that is American. So any American viewers, are you excited about this? Or even UK viewers, are you excited about this? I would love to know down below. But I do love the look I created today. I think I did the best with what I had. I would just love to see more depth in the palettes, more variety, and that's pretty much it for my thoughts and opinions. I'm going to wrap this video up here. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Just a bit of a side note, I've just ordered the big Friends like rainbow palette, like the massive Forever Flawless one, so that review will be up very soon as well. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.